The God of Destruction Toppo was born in Dragon Ball Super Episode 125, and he ran roughshod over 17 and Frieza. We all knew that Toppo was a strong dude, but we had no idea he was this freaking powerful. How strong is the God of Destruction Toppo? On this video, we're going to analyze that and talk about his incredible feats that impressed everybody watching this, both in-universe and out.
I, Vegeta, the Prince of all Saiyans, orders you to subscribe and follow Geekdom 101 on these social media platforms.
How strong is Toppo? We've wondered this since he was introduced in the franchise, but now after seeing Super Episode 125 and him becoming a God of Destruction, really the dude did some incredible stuff. So we're going to talk about it here on this video. And joining me is a professional power scaler, because I'm not going to cover this just by myself. I'm going to bring somebody else, another voice on. Please welcome back to Geekdom 101, a familiar voice to all, and if not, you should know who he is. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe to his. Please welcome MJ from MJ TV.
What's up, man? And professional power scaler? Well, thank you for that, I guess.
What are you talking about? That's you called yourself that once. Yeah, egomaniac. You're the one who said you were a power scaler.
I have no knowledge of this, but thank you for having me back on the channel.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was Geeklist TV. That's right. That wasn't you. He happens to look and sound exactly like you, though.
Exactly, and I actually think he's probably a better person, too, because I hear he's saving the orphans, man. That's what he went to go do.
He has less money than you, though. That we know for sure. So, or we presume. So let's talk about Toppo in 125, all right? So the dude did some very impressive things. The big thing that he did, I want to go over them here and then kind of we'll talk about it. He created a Hakai ball that was so powerful that it rocked Frieza's freaking world and he couldn't stop it. Seadra had done the same thing, but it was much smaller, and Frieza was able to actually control the Hakai. This time, Toppo's Hakai energy was above and beyond Seadra's, and Seadra is a legitimate God of Destruction. There's that. When he transformed, he actually changed the sky from green to purple, which was pretty scary for everyone involved. Then, I would say the most impressive feat is during the combat or whatever, during his fight, he destroyed the ring, literally shattered that ring into pieces. The ring that was created by the Daishinkan. The Grand Priest created that ring to make sure it could withstand anything, and Toppo shattered it into pieces. We haven't seen Goku do it. We haven't seen Jiren do it. We haven't even seen the three gods of destruction that trained in that ring way back in episode 95 or 96 when they were practicing for the ring to make sure it was hard. We haven't even seen them do it. So this guy Toppo, I think, is above. I would say above maybe even half of the gods of destruction. I don't have enough evidence to prove that, but he's definitely in that realm. And what do you think? What do you think about all that?
Well, he's definitely God of Destruction tier, and I just want to, clarify something. Just because Danny and I are saying that he's God of Destruction tier doesn't mean that he's like on the level of Beerus or Vermouth or Kittel or any of those guys, because remember, there are levels to this. If you go read the manga, you can tell.
Not every god of destruction is the equal strength, is what you're saying.
Exactly. In the manga, we saw some gods getting like one-shotted by other gods of destruction. So again, we're not saying this dude is equal to Beerus or stronger than Beerus, but he's definitely stronger than Seadra. You put out a tweet mentioning this, and a lot of people agree with you. And yeah, I'm pretty sure he is. It's logical to assume that because his Hakai damaged Frieza, knocked him out of his golden form, put this dude, covered him in wounds, as Toppo said. And I was talking to my friend Keelan about this, and we were talking about the fact that the series did state that it was only some of Seadra's energy. But you have to remember, Frieza still took it, and in episode 95, it was mentioned to us that Frieza and Goku are equal, and that's Goku's blue form. So again, just using simple math here, I don't want to get crazy, but just using simple math here, Goku with the Kaioken times 20 stacked on the blue form should be enough for Seadra. Think about it, Vegeta's also fighting against Jiren with Goku, and Goku's in his Kaioken times 20 state, and Vegeta's in his new ascended form, and we see Toppo fighting Vegeta in the preview. So again, it just kind of makes some sense here that he should be above Seadra and maybe even some of the other lower tier gods of destruction.
Yeah, and they haven't explicitly said this, that they haven't, we haven't had a chart in V-Jump or anything like that come out yet, and I think one day we will, that ranks the power of them. But there is one thing I will say that I thought was interesting, and maybe I'm looking too much into it, but when that big Hakai ball was headed right towards the bleachers, Beerus did not seem concerned at all. Now, it could be because he had angels behind him, and we know you can't screw around with the angels, but Beerus, I was kind of hoping that Beerus would just smack it away, but he didn't do that. But it was still interesting how he just didn't seem very concerned. And I'm wondering if that, I mean, that kind of made me think that, all right, like Toppo's powerful, but Beerus at his max might be too much for Toppo. And really, that's been the big problem when you try to power scale Beerus that we've all ran into. You know, the debates have been, is Beerus stronger than Jiren? Is Beerus stronger than Ultra Instinct Goku? Is Beerus, and we don't know because we've never seen him at full power. The Beerus fans are going to say, oh, well, you've never seen him at full power, and in the movie, he was only at 70%, but that was the movie. I mean, we don't know how things have changed in the anime, but with Beerus, I just feel like maybe he's not as strong as Beerus or Champa or them, but, I mean, dude, the thing that impressed me the most is the fact that he was able to crack the ring into pieces, and, I still don't think that he's stronger than Jiren, because Jiren's the one dude who actually, where Beerus was like, whoa, I can't believe Immortal's this strong. I don't know if he's at that level, but I think the feats that we've seen Toppo at, really, I mean, it's something else, bro. It was definitely unexpected.
Well, see, going off of this in exhibition match, a lot of people just kind of assumed that Toppo was like blue tier, even though I thought for him to be higher, because even though he took that warp Kamehameha,
he ate it, bro. He ate it. He was okay.
There were still some people who just did not want to believe that he was like god tier, which I can see why they think that, because to fans, bro, it's the story of Goku, and we've been following Goku's life, so we've seen all the training he's done to reach that level. So I can see why some people find it hard to believe that some guys get to that level just like that. You know what I mean? Or at least to us, we view it as that. However, though, going off of this transformation, if that's what you want to call it, this power up, the God of Destruction, Toppo finally being revealed, it's safe to say this dude is easily Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken times 20, if not higher. I'm assuming higher, because if you go to the next episode preview, which I'm sure you're probably going to break down on your channel by now, already up.
It's already up.
He's already, I don't want to say he's dominating, but he's getting some hits on Vegeta in this new extended form. And we know
it seems like, I just want to say, it seems like Toppo is doing better than Jiren was. And I think people are going to be fooled into thinking Toppo is stronger than Jiren here.
Yeah, but it kind of goes to that whole thing with Jiren, that he's just constantly suppressing himself to such a low degree, I guess, if that is the right word here. Like, he's just messing around with these dudes, you know what I mean? Whereas Toppo is really pulling off all these feats nonstop. Like, it seemed like the dude warped the World of Void, you know what I mean? Yeah, I think they really are trying to play up Toppo. I mean, they even did that Majin Buu spot, bro. Remember when Majin Buu was first revealed? You had Goku and Vegeta stop in the middle of their fight, and they're like, oh, man, what is that?
Yeah.
So they did that.
Well, they did that with Kefla too. Remember, Jiren woke up when he sensed Kefla and Ultra Instinct
all the top
Goku.
tiers.
So they've pulled that gimmick before, bro. That little
all the top tiers.
Well, right now, I think it's gonna be interesting to see where things go next, because some people have been predicting that Vegeta gets Toppo out. So if Vegeta does eliminate Toppo, and he does it purely based on power, not based on outsmarting him or whatever the case may be, does that pretty much means that Vegeta is above a god? I mean, the next episode talks about going above a god. Vegeta is above some of the gods. And, some people have been asking, okay, well, where does Dragon Ball Super go after this? Well, we know the show's going to end very soon, but Dragon Ball will continue. So then the question is, is the next tier going to be the higher gods? Like, is it, Beerus? Are those like the Kitella and them? Are they the higher, like, power gods? Are we going to go to angels? I don't think that the show or the franchise is going to be close to being over anytime soon as far as new stuff, but I could be wrong. I can't see the future. But, I mean, how do you think people are going to accept? I mean, do you think they will accept that Vegeta could be higher than freaking some of the gods of destruction?
I think so. I mean, because that's literally all we've wanted. We've wanted Goku and Vegeta to reach this level. And even if you go into the manga version of this whole arc, when Beerus fought Vegeta, even though Beerus kind of cut Vegeta, at the same time he complimented him, and he was like, yo, you can actually be a god of destruction in one of the other universes, but you still have a long way before you reach me. So I think they're kind of saying that here. Again, guys, it's like there's levels, there's different tiering of these gods of destruction. You have the lower tiers, I guess the middle tiers, if that makes sense, and then you have the top guys like Beerus, Kitella, and presumably Vermouth. So you have like those top guys up there.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Because Vermouth seems to be pretty impressed by his mortals, if you know what I'm saying. Now, I will say this to add on what you're saying. I did a video about 10 months ago on the channel. We have a lot of new subscribers, so maybe they didn't see this video, but the video is called The Power of a God of Destruction. And that video was pretty much discussing how you really don't need to be as strong as Beerus and Champa to be a God of Destruction. Kid Buu could have been a god of destruction, just purely based on the fact that your duties as a god of destruction is to destroy planets and stars. And that's it. If you can destroy a planet and you can destroy stars, you're pretty much god of destruction tier. And the reality is, you could even say that Frieza was a god of destruction tier. As far as, like, not tier as in, like, what we're seeing now, but as far as, like, he could have taken that job. Because if all you have to do is destroy planets and stars, by this point in the series, Krillin can blow up a planet. I know some people can't handle that and they don't understand that, but it's true. Krillin has the ability now to destroy a planet.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Especially now. Like, if you think that some of the humans can't do it, I mean, look at Krillin, man. They seem to be implying that he's, like, relative to 18. And if you know anything about the series, the androids can curb stomp Frieza.
If first form Frieza can destroy a planet, right? Planet Vegeta, and that's first form Frieza. And the androids can wipe Vegeta in the Android Saga, who's significantly more powerful than Frieza. Then if Krillin's on tier with 18, bro, I mean, we're past that already, dude. I mean, remember, Piccolo destroyed the moon by flicking his wrist. I mean, people really do underestimate the power of these characters. And I know the show doesn't always show it, but it's definitely there if you scale.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And to go back to episode 125 to kind of give my overall thoughts, I think it is safe to say that he is stronger than Seadra and probably some of the lower tier gods of destruction. I think it's safe to say he's easily Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken times 20, bare minimum. And he could possibly be higher. And I'm going to say this. He could possibly be suppressed Jiren level and UI Goku level from the special. And here's why, even though I know some people are going to find it hard to believe.
This is a hard one to believe for some people, yeah. I'm listening. I'm interested in hearing what you have to say.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And I think people have to understand that UI Goku seems to be getting stronger. Now, I'm not going to get into whether that makes sense or if it's like plot convenience or whatever, but he does seem to be getting stronger. And we have some statements to confirm that. In episode 116, Dispo says that Goku's skills have become more polished. And Toppo even says Son Goku is going to become even stronger. So episode 116 UI Goku seems to be superior to the one that fought suppressed Jiren in episode 110 in the special. And what I'm saying here is that the fact that Toppo seems to be showing feats that put him easily in the realm of SSB Kaioken times 20, if not higher, depending on what happens in that preview and depending on what he shows us more, he could definitely be reaching, if not surpass, suppressed Jiren and UI Goku from the special. At least, again, don't flame me for this. Just a theory, and I think we could possibly see that in the coming episodes.
That's ballsy. Let us know what you think in the comments on that one. And please be open-minded and respectful, because we're just kind of taking guesses here because we haven't seen Toppo and Vegeta yet, and there's still some more stuff left in the series. But obviously, if Goku gets Ultra Instinct again, which I think he will, he's going to be stronger than he was in 109 and 110. And don't forget to check out MJTV. Anything else?
I know you're about to say Geekless TV, right? I can feel it.
I was not. I swear I was not. I'm not kidding. I don't know who that guy is, bro. All right, we'll talk to y'all down the road.